So last day we started integration. Actually, let me do two examples. I was somewhere, I can't remember what to do. Right?
Yeah.
Chris? Integrate this fast from here. What's the integral of 3x squared? Add 1 to the add 1 to the power and divide by the power, right? What's the integral of 3? 3x. Okay? Add 1 to the power, divide by the power. What's the integral of something like this? 2x minus 1 to the power of 4. What will this be?
2x minus
2x to the power of all over 9 plus 2. Keep on saying you might get it back tomorrow. Nah, they are done. Right? So that's some small things about to remember. Nice. How do we find area on the curve, right? So watch this here. Let's say I gave you a function. What integration really is, if I ask for the integral between a and b, if I ask for the integral between a and b, what I'm really asking for is this area here. Right? So whenever you integrate between b and a of any function with respect to x, you are really finding the area under the curve. Right? Well, to be more accurate, the area trapped between the curve and the x-axis. All okay with that? Oh, by the way, what do you do if you have limits here? Substitute 2, work it out. Substitute 1 and work it out. And no plus here and then a minus. Yeah, it close up. Right? All okay with that? So whenever you're finding area under the curve, one of the arcs, you're really finding the integral. All right. There is something to note though. There are a couple special cases, right? You could also integrate to the y-axis, but that's not on your syllabus. But here's what is happening. If I ask for the integral between a and b, it will be underneath here. Right? But if you integrate between b and a of this special function, f of x, if you work out that integral, you're going to get a minus value. Right? So to avoid you getting a minus value, what you do is put a minus in front. Okay? So whenever you integral below the x-axis, you put a minus sign. That's okay? So Fishish, how you think you will figure out? How you think you'll be able to figure out if the curve below the x-axis? Find the gradient. To see how that works. You want to hold everything?
Yes.
Any guess?
y by everything.
Right? How you gonna do that? By doing up? You might need a sketch. Right? So some of these functions, they might need a sketch to determine our shot is below the x-axis. Okay? So what that means is in some of these integration questions, they're going to have to learn to draw, yeah? Huh? Right, but you had to know where it's negative, between what value. Right? Copy that down. Copy that down. We're focusing on area. Today, if we can squeeze in volume, we do that as well. I said I finished a little bit earlier today, right, earlier? I mean,
So like the central activity of the video. Free. That's not.
And it also it's just
Don't worry, I can do that. Still, sorry.
Yes, sir. How can I help you, sir? Yes, sir. I know how to. No worry about that. Ready? Number one.
Just right.
Find E here. Let's find E. That's the shaded area up underneath there. Anyway, I should do it bad, but don't worry. Find E. How we get in this area here? A is equal to what? To what? Oh, integrate between 3 and 2 of 4 minus x squared. Right, it might be a negative, right? Check it and see. But don't worry, I'll just make it up. I just made it up. I'll work it out quick. Online, try that quick.
Push. Having what's in the ear, I thought. Push generation. There's no way. We will. I feel like now I'm so very. Yeah. I'm still letting go. Yeah, but now I'll be. That's because she experience. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Applause, we don't need to say I'm not gonna say it.
Right, you're done? What's the integral here? What's the, oh, by the way, remember when you start to integrate, put 3 and 2, right? What's the integral of 4? What's the integral of x squared? What's the next step? Plug in your 3 and your 2. So as I said, you might get a negative value, right? So it will be 4 by 3 minus 3 cubed all over 3. 4 by 2 minus 2 cubed over 3. Right? You might get a negative value. When you get online, Chavi. Negative? Nah, Chavi doing your work for sure. Right? Right? Units is not only good, but some people will like to write units squared, right? So write units squared because it's an area. Forget the minus sign for now because I just made it up, right? But you all got 2.3? Yeah. Are you ready? Let's go again. Let's do one that's worded, right? Ready? Find the area. Next one. Find the area of the region. Find the area of the region. Find the area of the region bounded by the curve. Bounded by the curve y is equal to x squared minus 9 and the x-axis. And the x-axis. Find the area of the region bounded by the curve y is equal to x squared minus 9 and the x-axis. Huh? Bounded and the x-axis. So here's the big problem. What's the big problem, Chris? We don't know the limits, right? So you have to figure out now what's the limit. How? You gotta figure out how. How?
Yes, very excellent.
How we doing that? How?
Yeah, right? Nothing.
Right hint is, what kind of equation is this?
Right.
That's a quadratic. Right, difference of two squares here. So that will help you. What's it said? So you need to figure out what are these limits that we will use. Right? Yeah, said difference of two squares will help you. Well, something wrong with me. I ain't getting all these names, huh? You say it, man. That's all I say. I like to hear I have used it.
So next question I got.
Who you touch?
You know.
Oh yeah. 1 minute again.
I'm sure. Put out. Stay down. Let's do it. Yeah, doing it. I know, yeah. That's what I do.
I see.
Everybody, I'll say right. Yeah.
Right, so somebody said 3 and 0. So here's what we're gonna try and do, right? I am going to use what is this? What kind of quadratic is this? Max or min? Max or min? The minimum, right? The value in front here is 1. So in order to sketch, what do we need? In order to sketch a quadratic, we need where cuts the x, where cuts the y, and the turn. So we need to have an idea where those things are so we know what this is. Right? But Holly, watch how easy this is. How does x squared look? Like that? Nice. And what does minus 9 mean? Minus 9 means you're taking your graph and you're pushing it upwards or downwards? Down. That is your graph. This value here is? This value here is? Check it and see. Make it equal to 0. And she said difference of two squares. So x is -3 and +3. Does it? Right? How are we getting the area now bounded by? What's the area talking about? What's the area bounded by the curve and the x-axis? See, when you the brim, what's happening? Keeping that phone now. What I show that the phone is distracting it. You get 4 correct answers in 1 afternoon. Never happened before. Nah, them things keeping it. 4 questions in 1 afternoon.
Which is smash it.
No, that distracting you, making you get things wrong. That's okay. You'll follow why is this shaded region? Because they want the area between the curve and the x-axis. So we integrating between 3 and -3 x squared minus 9. Something missing. Something missing from this formula. A negative sign. 5. 5 things. I cannot believe that. Online, it would be nice if we could send them one answer, please.
See. No, somebody.
Because remember I told you, whenever the area below the x-axis, what's happening? It's negative. Whenever you do any integral below the x-axis, you'll get a negative answer. But your area is supposed to be positive. There was an error. That's an error. The one I made up, there's an error. Hurry up, work it out fast.
I will say something, I'm gonna take carries. Hey, yo,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll get through. Any answers online? Soraya, any answers? X cube and 3 minus 9x. So plug in 3, don't forget the minus sign earlier. So that's 3 cube and 3 minus 9 by 3. Minus 3 cube and 3. Yeah. So you're plugging in positive 3 species and you're plugging in minus 3. Okay? And the answer most people got is 36. 36 units squared. Please check the calculator just to make sure, right? Thank you, nurse.
Nice.
Hello, Kira. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, like but also was
Right? Find the shaded region here. Find the shaded region. Dylan, can we find to find the shaded region, right? Can we find the area between 2 and minus 1? Can we do it for the whole thing? So I want the entire area, the shaded region. My question is, can I just find the area from here to here? No. Right. We have to do individually. Why? Because here positive and here will give you some negative. So you might get, I just saying, you might get 12 minus 4. So you end up with 8. But is that a true area? No, it's 12. What you have to do is change this to positive. Right? So what that means is find the area here below the axis, put the negative sign in front, find the area here, and then add them up. That's okay? So you cannot find the area between here and here and get it correct in, because the part below is negative. It'll make the true area smaller, right? Go ahead. Right, Narisa, send me something. Javi, send me something, please. Yes. So, we will try to plot them. We'll get it out. No, I'm going to below, yeah. So it's like what we did here. You see how I put a negative sign in front here? So when I work out this area, I'll get plus 36. So when you're working out here, put a minus sign in front. So it will be positive. And that's added. So the value below the axis is always negative. Always. Value below the x-axis, always negative. Hello? You time on it, you online? I Xavier with none. Right, so you're finding the area. So it's the integral between 0 and -1 for the bigger value on top. What do I do here? Leave it like this or multiply it out? What do I put here earlier? Plus sign or minus sign? Minus. Right? Because it's below the axis, right? Oh yeah, let's see what you got. Yeah. What is that? You have never given me someone who will go. Never.
My direction.
Don't start with that now. How much you all got? So between 0 and -1, you got x cubed on 3 minus 2x squared on 2. Okay, we'll get out. Between 2 and 0, x squared on 3. Okay, we'll get out, right? If I plug in 0 here, I know I'm going to get 0, so I'm not bothering with that, right? When I plug in -1 in here, I'll get -1/3 -1. Vishish, come on now, boy, do the question now. I got 8/3 -4. Right, when you work out this whole thing, I got positive 4 and 3. What is this? 12 plus. I got 8/3. Altogether, 8/3. 4 by 3 is 12. 4/3. Which one? I was negative. Because this is -4 and 3 minus and a minus a plus. All I got it? 8 and 3. One line. Anybody got that? 8 and 3. Good job, Shabby. Hope you work it out, huh? Soraya, really hope you work that out, yeah, but that's correct. Anaya, nice.
He was scared anyway.
If I want.
Oh, so I think originally. This is BP. This is money long thing.
Try this next one here. Right? I will change it after this, right? We have one more version to look at. Yeah, check out one. Calculate the area enclosed by the curve. Calculate the area enclosed by the curve y is equal to 3x minus x squared. Y is equal to 3x minus x squared, comma, the x-axis, and the lines x equal to -1 and x equal to 2. Calculate the area enclosed by the curve y is equal to 3x minus x squared, the x-axis, and the lines x equal to -1, x equal to 2. You see that make any sense? Hurry up. Come on, Rick. Hurry up. Well, somebody do something right here to do a little sketch. Do a little sketch. Right, we have one more type of this and we're done. Let's get right. Most important is when plus the x up. I think most important. That's it.
Russell is win by 1.5. It's our phone.
Shut up.
But 300 is 1.5.
But the
But the demand talking like Carol. What? And did have some black on my head? I saw black. I should have done. Hey, I'm going to I scored. I scored. Yeah, you scored. No. What? Zero. Oh shit, I thought 4 come back. Oh my days. Wait. Yeah. On the outside. Yeah. So you have this, doesn't it? No, but I have it now, boy. Yeah, that's right. You should go off your phone, boy. Wait, I recall it. Hey, that's all that is, big. See, everything. What's your
Walking my class and.
I'll go finish it.
Right, but one mistake you made there earlier.
What is the mistake?
Can you assume that the value of the x-axis?
I have it drawn out.
Oh, a mistake. It's a good try though. It's a good try, but that is not the curve.
That is good.
What kind of quadratic is that? Max or min? A max.
Sama.
Look, I'm just go over that because I see some mistakes there.
Wait, but you already.
Wait, now, so let me give you one row.
I get correct.
I'll come back with you. Open.
Right, so the integration is not what harder. It's to figure out which part of the curve is where. So here what I gonna do. First thing I gonna do is when x is 0, I check it to see what is y. Y is 0. Right? That easy, right? Put x is 0 in there. Next, when y is 0, I am going to solve for x. So I factor out x and I'll get that. So it means that x is 0 and x is 3. So these are my two y-intercepts. I don't care about anything else. That's all I care about. So when I try to plot this, because I know it's a maximum, here and here. Yeah. That's what this is what my curve will look like. I don't really care about turning points and things so much. Yeah.
Here we get extra.
Right. But they gave you x values. What did they give you?
Minus one.
Minus 1 and 2. Look at where minus 1 is. Look at where was the next one? 2. Let's pretend 2 is here, right? So, where is the area here? Where is the area bounded by the curve, the x-axis, and the line? Down there. Where it is here? Curve, x-axis here, up here. So, what do you do between minus 1 and 0? You have to do the minus thing. What do you do between 0 and 2?
Area.
Normal thing, right?
Alright,
So,
all I see.
This is a little confused.
So,
Right, so Javi, here's what, right? Javi, we need to understand this sketch a little bit better. This is a maximum. You okay with that? Right. And we found the y-intercept 0, 0, and I plot it here. I plot the y-intercept, and we found out where it cuts the x-axis, 0 and 3. The reason that is important is that they ask us now to find the area bounded between the line -1 and the line 2 and the x-axis. Right, Aaron? So if you look here, this is the x-axis, this is the line, and this is the curve. So the area bounded is below the x-axis, and here is above the x-axis. You see that? No, minus 1 and 2. Right? So here and here. Are you okay with that? So we have to find the area here with the minus sign, here positive. Find it, please.
Right.
You have to redo it because your area be wrong.
So, well,
What can see your area will be smaller.
Then we get 1.5.
I need to add that to.
Work it out. So why did you find this set of x values? So I will know how the graph looking. So if I know how the graph looking, right? Here's 0 and 3. Because I know how the graph looking, I know that everything here is below the x-axis, everything here is above. So I need to know what happening here. Some people did it like this. Here's -1 and here's 2, and they got all positive, which is wrong. Some below the x-axis and some above. All right? So it's important that you can sketch it. That's why they'll give you functions that you know. Quadratic and straight lines and things. Fix it in.
how you saw.
So, well, if you're
And this part below the axis. Yeah, so you have to integrate between 0 and -1. And then 2 and 0. right? And you have to remember to put what in front here.
Right.
Minus because it's below the x-axis, right? Catch in really important, right?
I get it.
Oh yeah. What's the final answer? Where's what else?
It's not that.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No, then.
And then this next one is.
Let's check out the integrals. Let's check out the integrals, right? So between 0 and -1, this is 3x squared on 2 minus x cubed on 3. Here is between 2 and 0, same thing, right? When you plug in 0, you'll get 0. And then you put in a minus here by -1, right? So I got 3 on 2, -1 cube is +1. Sorry, -1 cube is minus, a minus and a minus a plus. Right? When you plug in 0, you'll get 0. When you plug in -1 here, you'll get 3 on 2. When you plug in minus, you'll get minus and a minus a plus. Right? That's the first piece. Then add it to plug in 2. 2 squared is 4. 3 by 4 over 2. 2 cubed is 8. 8 over 3. So that will cancel. So I get 3 on 2 plus 1/3 plus, that will cancel. I get 6 minus 8 on 3. How much is this? I'm trying to get here. 3 and 2, so that's 7.5 minus 7 and 3. How much is that?
Fine.
5 point.
I get, again, if you want to see.
This?
Yeah.
No. What is this? Why I got here? 5 point.
51 on that.
Okay. I just read it out.
51 and 6.
Yeah.
51.
That's the thing, it's 5.2. 5.16 you create, so.
Anybody else get up?
Yeah.
Remember when you reach here, get this person the calculator. They don't expect you to do all of this. Huh? When you reach here, jump the calculator. Okay? Last case, last scenario. Area bounded. Copy down. Last one we do it. Again, all here. It's very important to get sketch, right? Right? If one of the years they gave you a question with sign and cost, you remember how costas look? How does the sign graph look? How does cost look? Cost starts looks like that, right? So you have to be able to sketch. If you can't sketch, you'll get these things wrong. Okay? Last thing. Last thing, area bounded between the two. Yeah. Area bounded between two functions, sorry. Area bounded between two functions. Anybody who thinking how to get that shaded region? How to? Anybody? How can I get that shaded region? Find button. Minor. Right. Which one is larger? Which one will give you the larger area?
Yes.
One on?
Yeah.
The one on? G of x. Then I can't get it back. Right? G of x. Okay? Find the area of G of x. Then find the area of under f of x. And then minus that. Okay? So the shaded region Aaron, help me out here. How again the shaded region again? Huh? Aaron, I'll tell you about 10 seconds ago. Come again. Try. Minus the which values? So minus the area under G of x minus the area under f of x, and you get that. You seen it? Right. So what you see earlier? You all prefer the shortcut instead of doing all that?
Yes.
So what you see? There's a shortcut. Once you figure out which one will give you the bigger area, so in this case, G will give you bigger. All you have to do is take G of x and take f of x and minus them. Don't integrate it. Just minus them. And then integrate it. So what that means is that we don't have to do it twice. You don't have to integrate this, then integrate this, and then minus it. What I'm saying is that you can work out this first. Work out G of x minus f of x. And then integrate it. It becomes much shorter. That's okay? Technically, you can do that there as well, but I don't want to fight up with that there as well. All right, online? So all you have to do is find the area of the bigger one, smaller one minus. Copy it down and this is the last one that we're doing. Okay.
Yeah, that's a one line.
Area. Oh yeah. Suppose this is first step one. Step one. So suppose I give you G and F, right? And you say find the area. But they give it no limits. What do you do? Then give you this and this value here. What do you do? No limits. What would you do? What the answer? Yeah, the right plus C on the end. Okay, no, but you need the limits to move on the area. How would you get the limit? No, any ideas?
Multiply.
Anybody? Anybody online?
What? You're funny.
Anybody? Chris. Valina? Huh? How? Solve the equation simultaneously. Right? Solve the equation simultaneously. If you solve them simultaneously, you'll get these two values here. You see. From now on, no. Here, all right? I install the back inside here. From now on, you come inside. Yeah. Right? That's wait 1 year. Yeah, this is what's an evening.
It's very low. So no because I don't want to read it. So I was being a single like a machine. What?
Yes, we were. Find the area enclosed. Find the area enclosed. By the curve y is equal to 5 plus x minus x squared. Find the area enclosed by the curve y is equal to 5 plus x minus x squared. And the line y is equal to x plus 4. Right? Nope, no example. You're doing this one time. Which area is larger? Curve or the line? Curve. So it's this minus this. How we getting the values here?
Simultaneous.
Right, have fun. Last one I'm done. Solve simultaneously and get up. Get on right and we wrap them up. This is, you know, be nice, not my dream. One day I'll put a question on the board and leave it at the phone. All right. What? Say that with me. My hand walk was kind of.
So yeah, always so yeah, say what Yes, substance. Yes, substance. Hey, is that really so much? Yes. Substitution.
We try to show it shape in man so high. But wait,
Sorry,
wait, tell him.
sorry.
Hey, yo, skip them. Hey, that's what this feels?
I don't know what I do.
No, wait. Oh, shit.
What you all got when you solve simultaneously?
Yes, sir. One.
Two values.
Oh, wait. See, got the one.
What's the next one?
I don't know.
Right, what you all got?
Wait, no.
When you solve these two, I am getting 5 minus x, sorry, 5 plus x minus x squared. Bring it across, I got x squared is equal to x squared is 1. So the square root of 1 is what? No. What is square root of 1? Plus and minus 1. Plus and minus 1. So now to get a, we integrate in between what? Nathan? Plus and minus 1, and what minus and what? The curve, right? The curve is 5 plus x minus x squared, and the minus in what?
X.
Oh, I love the Mega. He was about to get your phone.
That's it, that's.
So you get it right? Simplify it out, right? Simplify out this. Huh?
Don't get no food.
Yeah, yeah, actually, nice.
What is?
But if
Yeah, it's not all there. I'm sorry, go back and cut it out.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I would actually go on.
Wait. Yeah.
Right? What happened here already? X cancel, right? So I got 1 minus x squared.
That's, yeah.
See how much easier it gets?
Oh, yeah.
You see how much easier the integral gets when you use this rule?
Yes.
Right? Look how much easier the integral is. Right? Oh, you have student. You're almost done. Look how the integral.
Good job.
But it's important that you identify which one on top, right, Aaron? That's one. Right? You got fishing.
Nah. Why do?
That's now you see. Message your answer now, all you have done. Message your answer.
No, I can hear it. So, I get you.
I know. Good.
I mean, 4 and 3. Yeah, 4 and 3.
Yo, bag, yeah, girl, good too. Yeah,
Yo. This is different. Yeah. That might mean.
I see.
Yes.
Andrew.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, that's just so easy. I get so fast.
Gone.
Yeah, thanks.
I know. Not mine. Oh. Yay.
I guess.
Check and see now. I got 4 and 3.
Yes.
Check back your signs. Check back your signs. Oh yeah. If again this part wrong, right? Just put the brackets and put in the calculator. 1. Pardon me, sir.
1 minus 1 3.
Where, sir?
Minus 1 plus 1.
Yes, sir. I plug in -1, sir. Plug in -1 here. -1 cubes.
Oh, I think I know how to do.
-1 I get plus here. Alright. Alright, online. That's where we stop for today.